Strange but true stories. Tales from the light side, the dark side, and the other side. I'm Steve White. Apparently, I have a doppelganger, and my family has seen it, or him, or whatever. These types of occurrences have happened so often that I've just accepted my brain as wired wrong. Here are a few examples. One night, I went to a high school baseball game at the only baseball field in my tiny hometown. My friends were there. We hung out. We ate food from the concession stand, watched the game. You know, all the things you do at a baseball game. The game ended. A friend of mine gave me a ride home. As soon as I walked into my house, my parents started yelling at me for lying about where I was that night. I said I was at the game and it just ended. Nope, they said they drove by the baseball field an hour earlier. There were no cars in the parking lot, and the field was completely dark. I asked them to make sure they went to the same place I had been, and yes, it was. Again, the only place in my town that is a baseball field with lights, but they said there was not a game going on. And I know that's exactly where I had been. I still had a few peanut shells from the ballpark in my pocket. Well, that did not settle them down at all. They just thought, just because you have peanuts in your pocket doesn't mean you were where you said you were. But at least it kept me sane because I knew how they had gotten there. But my parents had driven around my small town looking for me. Weird. Another instance, I was watching TV in the living room when I heard my 3-year-old little brother start screaming like he was in tremendous pain. I bolted from the couch to see what had happened. When I found him, my older sister was already kneeling next to him on the floor of my parents' bedroom. He had a cut on his head and was bleeding a good bit. Apparently, he was riding his little scooter and had fallen down some steps. My sister screamed for me to call my parents to come home and then said, "You're going to get it when they get here. I saw what you did." What? What did I do? I was in the living room watching television, I said. She had this strange, incredulous look on her face and swore that she had seen me push him off the scooter and down the stairs. My little brother, to this day, says I shoved him. He had to have stitches to close the gash in his head, but my parents never said anything to me about it. Another time, friends were hanging out at my house. The phone rang. This was back when everybody had a landline. I picked up, and it was my mom. She sounded confused, and she started stuttering. She thought my sister would answer the phone, and then she asked how I had gotten home so fast. My mom had just finished speaking with my aunt, who said, "Oh, hey, he just left. He came over to talk with us about a few things." Now, my aunt and cousins lived 20 minutes away in another nearby town, and I wasn't driving at that point. But the kicker is, I hadn't left the house all day. Finally, another young cousin of mine was diagnosed with leukemia and had to travel to San Antonio for treatment often. When his mom ran into my mom at the grocery store, my aunt, another one, not the one from before, asked who I'm staying with in San Antonio for the summer. My mom, confused, said that I wasn't in San Antonio, that I had been home all summer. My aunt thought my mom was joking and said, "Stop it. He's visited 2 or 3 times already when he had to stay overnight." My hometown is 2 hours away from San Antonio. I don't even know what hospital he was in. This has been another strange but true stories, shared with us by 2 viewers and subscribers to our YouTube channel. Tell us what you thought of this video below, and if you have had a strange encounter with a creature that you would like to share with us, please send us an email to strangebutTrueStories2@gmail.com. Subscribe if you haven't already, and sign up for notifications in the upper right corner. Thanks to those who already have. And thanks for watching this video. I'm Steve White. Until next time.